Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play New Legend of Zelda Mini 1. I'm Nitro6003, and first things first, I realized that we never opened up the potion shop, which happens to be right here. So we'll take care of that. So here in this part, we're going to grind up, get ourselves the blue ring, and go through level 2 and see what timing we have after that. If you hear meowing in the background, worry not, it is my cat. So I'm going to try to see if the enemies are a little bit better now, today, you know, being a new day. Maybe they'll be better, nicer to me as far as giving me rupees and whatnot. So far so good already. And if they're nice giving me rupees, I'll save my rupee secrets for later. So already nicer, at least so far. I mean, we haven't gone more than a couple of screens. But it is all luck of the draw, so, I mean, you could get, you know, a lot of 5s on one screen and then nothing for like 8 screens after that. So, and also we need to buy the book. But I guess the book could wait till we get the magic wand. I never saw 2 clocks on one screen, but I won't argue with that. So just to do this circuit and see how we do on money. So far we've done better than the last couple parts put together. So that's reassuring. And we did pick up the bow also in the last part, so... If I can do this and get free money, that's preferable. And just as an FYI, there is 10 rupees right there, so I'll pick that up. It's a small amount. But I want to save the 50s for later. So we'll do this again. This certainly has been a better day for me rupee-wise than the last couple days. The last couple of sessions, I should say. We almost have enough for the book, but would rather save up for the blue ring so we can get started with level 2. By the way, since there's no wallet upgrade in this quest, the max that you could hold is 1,000. Just like in New Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. And I believe you could use your candle 3 times before you run out of magic without getting half magic. So this day is so far so good, much better than the last couple days. So that's a good thing. And again, if you hear meowing in the background, I have 3 cats, and right now they're all with me because my son is sleeping. So rather than wake him up, I figure they can meow a little bit. I'm glad you guys are all enjoying these quests that I've decided to do. And again, if you have custom quests that you want to see or have made on your own, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will get to it as soon as possible. I do have quite a backlog of quests that I have to do before I can get to them, but I will get to them as fast as possible. I hope some of these clocks save for Wizard rooms, that's for sure. So I just need 25 more to go. And I can go get the blue ring and then take care of level 2. And see where we're at after that, time-wise. We might be able to take care of part of level 3 too, but we'll see. So I want to show some of the door repair charges too. Which I have not done in previous quests usually. And I have reasoning for that, but I'm debating showing it this time. Alright, so with 209 rupees, the enemy is being much, much nicer to me today. And let's go get full health as well. Oh, may not have to. Alright. So, let's go get the blue ring, which is, as I pointed out a couple of parts ago, right over there. And if we get enough money afterward, maybe I'll pick up a potion too. Alright, let's do this. So let's pick up our blue ring. Our nice shade of blue. And now we take half damage. And we will come back later and get the book. So this is where level 3 is, I believe. And we'll get to that later on, because you get the flute in level 2. And there's a lot you could do with the flute. In fact, I want to show off one thing while I'm going this way. So if you bomb here, this is a plus 50. So, since we're not close to capping out, and I wanted to grab it while I was in this vicinity anyway, before going to the loft. Now, level 2 is close to where the white sword is. And this is a door repair charge, and you're going to want to remember this, especially if you're planning on doing this quest. And I do want to show one other thing. So if you burn that much right there, here's another 50. So get some of the rupee secrets out of the way. So we could get bomb upgrades later on. Alright, so this is where level 2 is. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these enemies here. Alright, so use your arrow and let's start level 2, the banner. So level 2, you want to start by going to the left since we don't have any keys. And the idea is to get 2 keys. And I'll take the stopwatch. And we're going to continue on to the left. And we're not going to kill all the enemies in this room just yet. We will get back to that in just a moment. And you can see how the enemies have gone up in difficulty, just like in level 2 in New Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. And here you just have simple wall masters. And you're going to want to go to the right first. Now, it would help to have the map. But you obviously know that you can bomb up here, or would know that you can bomb up here if you... Because you're going to need to get that key. Now, if you've played any of his quests before, these dungeons should look familiar to you. Save the clock, that's for sure. Alright, so you're going to want to bomb down. And you get all kinds of weird enemies here. Stalfoses. And your white sword is already not cutting it. But you're going to want to push a block. And this is where you're going to find the whistle. Alright, so we're not done just yet. So you're going to want to kill him too. I'm not sure what HH stands for. It might be his initial. Well, it's not his initials, but anyway. Here is this item. This dungeon special item opens the next. So basically, you're going to need the whistle to open up level 3. And we're definitely not going to get into level 3 in this part, unfortunately. I'm hoping to get level 2 done, or at least half of it done. So now we have to go down. And here you have Gorias and bats. And bubbles of all shapes and sizes. And here you have ropes and splitters. And you could, you know, get them to split and do all that kind of stuff. Up to you. Now remember I said there's 2 keys this direction. So I am not exactly sure how you're supposed to know that, but you do have to find this key. And that takes care of half of this level. So that's the first half. And we still have to get the boomerang. And it would be helpful if the wall masters had returned, because then I would be able to get back to the start much easier. But I'll take any money I can get along the way. Hopefully there'll be some clocks later on. Having the blue ring is really, really important. Alright, so now that we have 2 keys, now you can finally go to the right. And if you don't have 2 keys, you're going to be stopped pretty fast by the door that's right there. And then here's your map. So you can see I did about half of it. So now you're going to want to go down with your second key. And here's just lamp molas. And they should not pose much of a challenge for you. If you're lucky, you'll get a clock. But they move slow enough and they don't take that much damage. Especially having the blue ring. So we'll continue on to the right. So here's more Garayas. And there is your wooded boomerang. And so I don't know if you noticed, but that door does not open. And this is a great room for grinding if you can get yourself a clock. So we'll continue on. Any money I can get is better for me. So now you'll notice that there's a room below you. So you're going to want to bomb down. And you really don't want to miss this. And yeah, fire Zols. Oh, there's a clock. I don't think they respawn. I don't think these guys are tribbles. They are not. But if they were, it'd be another way for you to money grind. So you're going to want to get this magic jar. And we'll finish this level here. And here's Manhandla. Shouldn't be that hard. And he dropped a key, and that is where your boss key is. So now there's just the straight line to the end. So you have to go that way anyway, because otherwise you won't have the boss key. Alright, so now with the whistle in hand, and the arrow, and we are full on arrows. And bombs. Here is a Goma. And it shouldn't surprise you that it's a Goma. Especially, I think I mentioned it in the last part that it's a Goma. And if not, the statue at the front of the dungeon should give it away. All right, so that does it for level 2. And all right, so now with the whistle, we should be able to warp ourselves right back to the start. No warp whistle? Alright, let me get to a safe screen here. Alright, so join me next time as we continue on. We'll do level 3 and possibly do level 4 as well. I am Nitro6003, and we'll also get the book. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.